temperate fruit project in northern Vietnam is designed to help people in the temperate fruit industry in that country to improve their industry and improve their livelihoods out of growing temperate fruit. To do that, we've identified that they need more and more diverse varieties to grow, to have a wider variety of fruit available to consumers. And so out of that, we've now been able to pioneer a way to export new varieties in the form of budwood into Vietnam out of Australia for the first time.
The new stone fruit varieties that we've sent to Vietnam as part of this project are very adaptable to certain climates, particularly the subtropical and tropical climates in these regions. And in addition to that, they're certainly firm, high-coloured, high flavour and good eating quality varieties. I think as new varieties in particular, because of their adaptability and their higher eating quality, they'll be a step above what they've currently been planted in those areas. That will certainly assist them throughout the whole supply chain and the returns back to the growers. It has been a rewarding journey to date. We're taking steps little by little, and it's certainly helping us with the licensing and the income back to Australia, but also helping the Vietnamese industry with access to these new varieties that will help them greatly in the future.
We identified there was a need for developing an industry association for the growers in Son La. So the Son La Temperate Fruits Association was born. And as part of that process, we brought the key stakeholders to Australia so they could understand how industry associations worked here. And it also provided them the opportunity to have a look at how growers in Australia actually grow fruit, how they manage intellectual property and licensed varieties, and also how fruit is marketed here in Australia. So overall, there was a lot of learning, both from the Vietnamese side and also from the Australian side.
The growers in the association that we've formed over there now have the opportunity to be very much in control of planning their industry, and part of that is that they're now going to be responsible for multiplying and distributing new varieties to growers across the northwestern region of Vietnam. ACR, which is the short name of Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research, is part of the Australian Aid Program, and so we do a lot of projects in many countries around our region. But in particular, we try to do those where we can also have benefit for Australian industry. And this is a very good example of where we can ultimately start a process that could end up having quite long-term income streams and opportunities for, first of all, exporting genetics to other parts of the world, and secondarily, in the longer term, probably exporting a wider variety of fruits to retail markets.
It gives the stone fruit industry in Australia connection to another part of the world, and it's a part of the world that grows out of season to our growing windows, and so there's an opportunity to actually learn from each other from a research perspective but also from a commercial perspective. And there's opportunities to learn not only about how to produce but also how to market and how to leverage both industries' position into export markets. I think it's been a very positive journey that we've come on so far. I think we'll see the Son La Temperate Fruits Association be a very successful organisation into the future. Firstly, I'd like to really acknowledge the support that we've had from Australian farmers, and being able to come onto farms like this is important. The work that ACR does is very rewarding for all stakeholders involved, and especially for the stakeholders in Vietnam, and we owe them a big thank you, particularly those that stand up and take a leadership role in these projects.